Then I had to sit and really think about what is going on in my life. I felt the weight of the world for me to do great.
Hey, what's up, 1428 family? It's Dondre Brown, here to help you invest in your family, your finances, and your future. This week has been a great week for the stock market, meaning that it's been crazy. When things get like this, crazy in the stock market, I start to get my pen out and figure out what the AMC is going on, or what the GameStop, right? What in the GameStop is going on? But things that I've learned more terms such as short squeeze and flash crash. Yes, flash crash. We have experienced a lot of these things in the first month of the year, so we can only imagine what 2021 has in store for us. There's been rumors about crashes in the stock market. The stimulus is still trying to be figured out. The economy, unemployment. There's a lot going on, right? Policies are changing. There's a lot going on. So you want to be able to capitalize on things like this. Maybe you capitalize to the point where you jump in something like GameStop, which people did, or like a GameStop. I think it's too late to jump into GameStop. But again, I'm still learning about, that's in a whole nother video. But anyway, what I wanted to do today was talk about some penny stock poppers, but also give you an example of trying to follow your plan and how it can be influenced by others. Let's jump in. So again, today was a very interesting day in the market. Let's see what's on this news. Okay, the Dow dropped more than 600 points. But again, it is what it is in the stock market, because when it drops, sometimes people can catch some W's, or they can catch some L's. But for me, I think I caught some lessons. Those are my new L's. But let's talk about what my portfolio looks like today. So today I'm down $465, but after hours $186. To be honest, when I look at this, I'm like, because I think yesterday I was down, but then I was up by like $1,000. It's been coming and going. I've been buying the dips, which have been paying awesome for me and my portfolio and my strategy, especially I'm trying to load up. But let me go into detail about that. So the first company I want to look at is the Naked brand. I remember someone had in the comment section had asked me about Naked brand, let's say last month. I think it was like last month, because Naked was really down at that time. Yeah, it was pretty down at that time. So I did a little research on Naked, and I remember I commented back to them that I told them after doing my research that I would have to do more, because I wasn't really familiar with Naked brand. I had seen that they had some compliance issue with investing or something. I can't remember the comment per se, but I just know that it brought Naked brand to my attention. So what I did was I ended up investing in Naked brand. Let's see when this was on the 8th. I invested at, this is gonna be important. I got in the morning at 35 cents, right? Got in at 35 cents, bought 400 shares, and I was sitting on it. Just sitting on it. Let's see if I had any more. Okay. So yeah, so I set it on January 8th, right? So I'm sitting, and then today comes along. Let's click on Naked. And this is what started to happen today, right? So it started to go up, and then it started to go down a little bit. I think it got down to 69 cents. And I called my friend who is a Forex trader. I have nothing against stock and Forex. I don't create that beef. I don't even want to get into it. But what he said was, he was like, man, you should pull your money, because, it could keep going down. So I'm like, dang, he might be right. Forgetting that in my plan, this was a long-term hold. Like, I was going to hold this long-term. So guess what I did? Yes, I sold, right? So I turned around and sold. I can show you, you're going to see the rest of the story. But I sold it, right? And it hurt me. Because the reason why it hurt me was because Naked kept going up. It had that little break, and it just kept climbing, right? It got to around, I think like $1 and something. And I was like, oh, I'm jumping back in. So I said, I don't care. I'm jumping back in because that was a long-term play for me. I think when I researched the stock, the price target was like $2 at the time. And I was very close to it. But I was like, I'm going to jump back in. So instead of jumping in on 400, I jumped in on 300. And I got another return of, today's return of $276, right? I don't even want to think about the total profit I could have had. I think when I calculated, it was almost at 1,000. But that's okay. The moral of my story is develop your plan and strategy, right? There are always going to be people that you share your plan with or share some of the things that you're doing with, and they're going to give their input, right? And they can be highly influential people in your life. So when I sold, I chose not to blame my friend. Reason being, it's my money and I have to make my own decisions with that money, right? So think about this in the stock market. Right now, you're probably watching YouTubers, you're watching myself, you're watching other people, and they're telling you what to do with your money. At the end of the day, if you do what they say and benefit from it, great. If you do what they say and you don't benefit from it, that's on you, not on them. So again, when you are investing into education, whether it's free, because when free education is free, it's still costing you your time. When you're investing in something like that, you have to also realize that the payback is not from the person, it's from the education. You have to develop your own strategy and learn discipline and stick to it. So for me, this was a lesson. When I say I took an L in this, it was a lesson. I didn't take a loss, I took a lesson, which is great. So for me now, I'm like, okay, there are certain plays that are your long-term plays and you just hold them long-term. You've been holding this for what, a couple weeks now? Continue to hold. So with Naked, again, I thank the person who had gave a shout out about it. It helped me get into it. Let me know if you got in Naked in the comment section. Go ahead and let me know if you got into Naked. And then also let me know if there's any research that you have done on it. Where do you see the next price target? Right now, it looks like it's sitting at $2. More than likely, it's going to go down a little bit in the morning. People are going to pull their profits around morning time, and then it's going to go back up. And I'll be shooting another video on this one. But let me switch over to the next one. This one is great because I shot a video on this yesterday. I was like, check out this penny stock, Express. I have a personal relationship with Express because I got into a lot of debt with Express. I had a Express credit card and I used to swipe it like crazy, right? So when I was looking on, I think it was like pennystock.com, it had it listed as a penny stock. So I was like, yes, Express better start popping. So I put out a video that kind of talked about Express popping, and then this came out the next day. This was yesterday. I put out the video, and this is what happened today. So I decided that I need to jump in. I jumped in at, excuse the phone. I jumped in at $9.72, and right now I'm down $386, right? Of course, there's after-hour trading that I can't control, but the goal is that it's going to continue to go up and continue to pop because that's what some of these penny stocks have been doing. But also for me, looking at this as a long-term play, Express is a great store, a great company that has some great wear. And as we know, once COVID or as people start to get out and start to shop more, they're going to go back to buying some really nice clothing. So I like Express. Do your due diligence on it. See if that's something you want to get into. But again, that's another penny stock popper for you. It didn't popped out of the penny stock since I shot this. So hopefully it starts to continue to mature. But again, I just wanted to send these two to you. Definitely look into these, add these to your watch list, and let me know in the comment section how you're doing with these. But again, subscribe, hit the notification button, follow me on social media, and trust your process. Peace.